Hari Om. Let us now continue. We looked at the three salient features of Jnana Yoga, namely Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam. Poojya Swamiji said it is through listening alone that knowledge is gained, but as needed, reflection and contemplation are aids to listening. Reflection is the use of reasoning to eliminate the doubts that are raised by the intellect, challenging the self-knowledge gained through Vedanta Shravanam. Reflection is the use of reasoning to eliminate the doubts raised by the intellect, challenging the self-knowledge gained through Vedanta Shravanam. In terms of knowledge, the intellect has a definite role to play because it is the faculty that assimilates and accepts knowledge. With its own presumptions, its own inferences, its own certain derivative forms of knowledge, the intellect poses questions to any knowledge that is gathered. That is the job of the intellect. That is its nature. Its nature is to ask questions and get convincingly answered. Thus, it is the job of the intellect, through the use of logic, to make the knowledge gained through Vedanta free from any possible doubt put forth by other means of knowledge. The knowledge that has been heard, unfolded by Vedanta, is the non-dual oneness. The Lord and the individual are one, essentially. The Lord and I are one, essentially. I am limitless, but my perception contradicts what has been heard. Vedanta says there is one, but what I see is many. My perception stands against the knowledge unfolded by Vedanta, and my reasoning based on perceptual data deals only with duality. My sense organs report duality. So, what can the intellect do when confronted with the knowledge of Vedanta? The fact of non-duality. What can the intellect do? Where does it stand? It can use its duality-based logic to establish the fallacy of duality. The ordinary perceptual means of knowledge cannot reveal non-duality. But the knowledge of duality revealed by these means can be negated by the reasoning intellect itself. In reflection, in the process of reflection, manana, The doubts that arise because of perceived duality are eliminated by analysis that reveals the fallacy in the thinking process that poses the doubt. In reflection, the process of reflection, manana, the doubts that arise because of perceived duality are eliminated by analysis that reveals the fallacy in the thinking process that poses the doubt. Reason inescapably perception based cannot reveal non-duality, but with its own logic it can establish that it cannot establish duality. Through reason's negation of duality, the doubts challenging the knowledge of non-duality are removed. Through reason's negation of duality, the doubts challenging the knowledge of non-duality are removed. The inquiry and analysis of manana also examine and dismiss the contentions of the various schools of thought that object to the knowledge of Vedanta. Many of the various philosophical systems and schools of thought pitted against Vedanta have been propounded by sharp wits. The major contenders against Vedanta are armed with logic. They are armed with logic. It is for the sake of one's own clarity that these schools must be dismissed, the fallacies in their contentions seen, the defects in their logic revealed by logic, all questions answered, all shades of meaning analyzed. It is for the sake of one's own clarity. So, in reflection, one looks at all possible questions and answers, them, both the questions of one's own inquiring intellect and the arguments raised by contending schools of thought. One answers the questions until the intellect can no longer raise any objections. Because knowledge does not brook any doubt. There is no coexistence between knowledge and doubt, between knowledge and vagueness, between knowledge and vagueness. Just as one throws gold into fire so that it will come out even purer than before, one puts one's knowledge to the test of all questioning and doubts. One's own and the systematic arguments raised by others, so that it will come out more shining than before, shining more brilliantly each time it is unfolded by Vedanta. The knowledge shines untouched by anything, unpolluted by any doubt. Just as the object of knowledge, the self, is unattached, asanga, to anything. It is the function of reflection, manana, to free the very process of thinking. Free thinking, thinking that is not stifled or chained, prepares one for the discovery of one's essential freedom by clearing away, through use of logic, all obstructive fallacies entertained by the intellect. It is through free thinking of reflection that any distortion of reason introduced by charismatic conditioning can be recognized and eliminated. Leaders, dead or living, of various schools of thought, of various belief systems, often gain great following. This is what Poojya Swamiji meant by the term charismatic conditioning. It must be seen that both ideas and beliefs followed by large number of people for a long period of time can be wrong. Just like the geocentric and heliocentric theories. It took 400 years for the world to accept the heliocentric theory proposed and propounded by Copernicus. 400 years. Neither the size of its following nor the length of the time entertained establishes the truth of an idea or belief. Truth is really not bothered about the passage of time. One day or the other, it will surface. And once it surfaces, it will surface like the rising sun that drives away all the mists of misconceptions born of ignorance. A large following for a long time does not establish knowledge. Only a valid pramana, an instrument, establishes knowledge. Knowledge, not the conclusions or beliefs advocated by some charismatic personality, is the subject matter of Vedanta. Knowledge, not the conclusions or beliefs advocated by some charismatic personality, is the subject matter of Vedanta. If we mix up personality and the subject matter of knowledge, both are spoiled. If we mix up personality and the subject matter of knowledge, both are spoiled. What a beautiful discussion we have been engaging ourselves in under the guidance of Poojya Swamiji. Let us continue our study in similar fashion in the upcoming capsules and take it forward. Hari Om. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyad Sajjana Shantimapnuyad Shanto Muccheta Bandhebhyah Muktaschanyan Vimochayet Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om